what would you say to us about gratitude? I mean, but what's the first thing we should be doing? Like, I mean, I often think to myself, people say to me, "You're an idiot waking up 4:30 every day." It doesn't matter which day it is, 7 days a week. And I keep talking about routine structure, but like, I actually like waking up. And and it just sounds really ridiculous, mate. I'd rather wake up than not wake. And I'm actually happy that I woke up this morning. Like, I'm not dead. And it's a lot shittier on the other side.
Perfect example. I'd love to know more about your routine, by the way.
Yeah, well, that my routine is just a structure that it's literally is a routine, so I don't have to think about anything. But I get up every day at 4:30. It doesn't matter. I'm awake. Sometimes I might lay around for 5 or 10 minutes thinking, or sometimes I do a bit of breathing, etc. But I'm actually just grateful to wake up. I actually think to myself, because one day I'm not going to wake up. And like, I'm 65, and let's say the average male lives to 82. That doesn't give me too many more years. That's 17 more years left, and 17, that's gold. So 17 years of gold, and every single day I wake up, I'm happy, and I wake up healthy. I wake up, I'm breathing. I can move. My legs are okay. My arms are okay. I'm in good shape. And my mother died from motor neuron disease, and every day I think to myself, "Well, I don't have that, and how lucky am I?" I can't imagine what it was like for her to wake up every day with MND, thinking that sooner or later she's going to be completely useless, but her brain is going to be great, but the rest of the body won't work. And so I look back at those events and think, well, it's not a big deal to get up at 4:30. And by the way, I can go to the gym. I can go have a workout, or I can't go to the gym, but I can go and have a workout. Well, that's because my body, I don't have any injuries. And even if I do have a few, but like, it doesn't stop me from doing something. So I operate that way, and I'm not some I'm not as educated or in this area as you, but it's just a simple way of thinking. And I often think it back to my dad. He's a great inspiration for me in terms of keeping it simple. And you're right, gratitude is really important. But what would you say to people who are sitting around getting beaten up or beating themselves up with the news feed, being addicted to 11 a.m. Premier calls, then looking through everything on Instagram, which is just repeating the same shit over and over again, and feeling like my life is fucked, which is what you felt at one stage. You said...
Yeah, totally. I've got a great story on that, actually. So very quickly, to practice, if you want to be good at something in life, you have to practice it. Simple as that. And mental health and gratitude, that kind of stuff, it's no different, right? So to practice gratitude, a few things you can do every night before you go to bed, in a journal, in a notepad, on your iPad, however you want to do it, you write down 3 things that went well for you during the day. That's it. Not 3 extraordinary things, 3 things that went well this morning. I had a nice coffee. I got to go for a run. Had a nice text message from my sister, whatever it is.
Someone smiled at me.
Someone smiled at me, exactly. Just the little things, right? You do that every single day for 21 days. The neuroscience says that you actually your brain starts to shift, and you create new neural pathways. And those neural pathways are looking out for the good stuff. So you're actually changing your brain after 3 weeks.
If I didn't do that, can I ask you a quick question? If I didn't do that, but I did the opposite, I looked at all the shit news all the time, does that create bad neural pathways the other way?
So if we are, I think it's certainly, I think what it does when we're constantly watching the negative news, and I mean, there's an index which measures how negative the language is and the positive to negative ratio, and it's been happening ever since the 80s, and I believe right now it's the highest it's ever been since I've been measuring how negative the language is. So it certainly fills you with what it does is it removes hope and optimism from your life, and hope and optimism are both very well-known components of people who are mentally healthy and mentally well. It's a very big part of being a mentally healthy person is optimism and hope. And if you watch the news right now, you're just stripped of it. You're completely stripped of optimism and hope. So that's that. I'm not trained in that area, but that's my first response to that. And that's what it's done to me when I watch the news too much. So another way to practice gratitude is what you were doing just before, Mark. It's like you answer the question, next time you're feeling down, answer the question, what's not happening to me right now? Like, what's not happening? I'm not in India where there's 350,000 positive cases and someone dies every minute from COVID. I'm not in a war-torn country. I'm not in Afghanistan. You start answering what's not happening to you. It gives you great perspective on the world. So that's how you practice gratitude.